If you're wondering how selling on Amazon works and how regular people like you and I make money from it, I'll break down the process into 15 steps from my experience selling on Amazon since 2017, but also from what we've been doing with this new case study to launch this new product. Welcome back to the FBA Challenge, an Amazon FBA case study where I challenge my 7-figure seller friend to launch this completely new product and see if it's still possible to sell on Amazon in 2021. The FBA Challenge is powered by Getida. If you're not using Getida, you're literally leaving money on the table. They plug into your seller account and get you money back that Amazon owes you. They only get paid when you get paid, so it's a no-brainer because it's free money. Go to getida.com/FBA Challenge and use the code FBA Challenge to get your first $500 reimbursed for free. This case study is also made possible thanks to Thrasio, Ping Pong Payments, and our other sponsors that you see right here. Please check out their links and discounts in the description below if you want to support this case study and enjoy this video. Peace. So I have Mina here, who's my friend who I've challenged to launch this product, and we will compare each step and share with you what we have done and what we are going to do to help you better visualize your own journey selling on Amazon as well.
Let's do it.
So before we get into the 15 steps, step 0 is really understanding the different models of selling on Amazon. We're going to sell under the model called private label, but for you to understand a bit more, there are some people that make money on Amazon. For example, if they have this microphone, they can resell it on Amazon under the same listing of the actual microphone's company and make money from reselling, and that's what it's called. Other people, they might go to the microphone company, Blue Yeti, I think it's called. They reach out to the company and say, hey, I'd like to open a wholesale account and buy 500 microphones from you at a discount. And then they sell them on their own store on Amazon. And that's called wholesale selling. I've done a bit of reselling at first, and it's a very nice way to learn the process. But what we're doing here with our case study is called private label, which is basically creating our own better, improved microphone. But in this case, it's a, Mina, what is the product?
It's a step up from private labeling because we're inventing a brand new product. It's not out on the market. You can't get it from a Chinese manufacturer, any manufacturer, because everything in here we've invented ourselves.
But the basic idea is that you find a product such as the microphone or such as this coffee replacement that we're going to sell. You figure out how to improve it. You reach out to suppliers, you reach out to manufacturers, and then you find someone to create that product for you, and you can brand it, and then you sell it on Amazon. And that is really what private label is in a nutshell. So step 1, what is step 1?
Market research.
Market research. So you sit down, you think, hey, I want to make money on Amazon. How do I do that? What we actually did is we started thinking of what are some products that we would enjoy consuming ourselves or that we would enjoy using ourselves. Or one of the first ideas that came to mind was a coffee replacement, especially for me because I love coffee, but I wanted something that wasn't as strong, as bad for your health sometimes or bad for your anxiety. So I came up with this idea, and then we went to Amazon, and then we started seeing if there's actually a market there. The biggest mistake that people can make is think of an idea and then try to sell on Amazon without making sure that Amazon's customers are looking for that product. Because the whole game is to see what people are already buying on Amazon so that you can capitalize on that huge amount of traffic. Imagine people walking into a mall, they're going to buy something, and you're going to sell them something that they're not looking for. No, find out what they're looking for and try to sell that to them. And that's how we came up with this idea.
In a nutshell, it's creating a solution to a problem that's better than everyone else's solution. And that's it.
Step 2?
Step 2 is market validation.
Okay, so we came up with the idea. We saw that there's some demand on Amazon, but now we have to make sure that there's good enough demand with a lot of different keywords for people to find this product. Because the way that customers walk into this mall and find this product is by searching keywords on Amazon. And if there's only one keyword to find this product, that's way too competitive. That's like everyone is walking into one line and everyone's waiting in line to buy multiple products and choose from one of them. But if people are looking for this product from multiple different angles and multiple different keywords, there's less competition in a sense because you can rank for another keyword if you can rank for one of them. Now that's demand. But also, the second thing is competition. So is this market too competitive? To be honest, the market that we are getting into, and this is actually like the first prototype, we just covered this in tape and we wrote on it and then showed them the actual.
And this is the final done. This is our label done, nice and shiny, and everything is good.
Yeah. This is kind of a competitive market, to be honest. We are going into this because I think it'll make for a cool story and we actually like the product. We're going to try our best to sell it. But you want to look for something that isn't too competitive. And the way to assess competition is by looking at the amount of reviews. If you're getting into a market that has thousands of reviews, you're going to start a new listing from scratch with 0 reviews. And there's no way anyone's going to give you a chance because there's no trust, and there's so many other sellers with a lot of reviews. Another way to look at competition is to see those keywords. Like I said, if there's only one keyword, that's way too competitive. If there's a lot of different opportunities in terms of keywords, that could be easier for you.
When we say keywords, we basically mean if someone's looking for a coffee replacement, the word coffee replacement being searched on Amazon is a keyword, or coffee substitute, or nootropic coffee, things like that.
Yeah, so there's a lot of ways to find this product, which makes it easier for us to sell it.
The next step is improving and differentiating our product, making it better than everyone else's product. So how do we do that, Samer?
All right, so you find a product that's in demand and that doesn't have too much competition. Another huge mistake that people do is try to sell the same exact products. That might have worked back in 2016, 15, and 17 maybe, but now you really have to improve the product, and you have to put your product next to these other ones that have thousands of reviews or hundreds of reviews, and you have to have a strong reason as to why they would choose your product. So you really have to improve the product. Do not try to sell the same products. And the way that we did it was...
So we looked at everything that was wrong with coffee and we improved it. The jitters, quick burst of energy, and then the crash. We added MCT oils. Coffee doesn't have any nootropics in it. We added things that boost focus. So we improved all of that stuff. Coffee burns your adrenal glands. We added adaptogens that help replenish your adrenal glands. And then we looked at all the one-star reviews. A lot of our competitors' one-star reviews is, this tastes bad, this does not work, this made me go to the bathroom. So we made sure we avoided all of that. It created a sturdy packaging, something that's better than everyone else's. And that's how we differentiated and improved.
Yeah, so look at your competitors, look at their reviews and see what people are complaining about and improve it there. There's a lot of markets that have good demand, not too much competition, but it's hard to differentiate. I would stay away.
Step 4, find manufacturers to make this product for you.
All right, so the traditional way is to go to a website like Alibaba, which you can find a lot of Chinese manufacturers there, and find what you're trying to sell on Amazon. Most times you will find what you're trying to sell there. And it's important to make sure that the suppliers are willing to modify the product to whatever you're trying to modify. So we have the tin cans that are coming from China. So we actually went through that same process. We went to Alibaba and found a tin can manufacturer. We got a bunch of samples. And then we have the insides of the product, what we're consuming, the coffee replacement. That's coming from the USA, and that's actually coming from one of Mina's suppliers. The reason that me and Mina partnered up is because he is an expert in the supplements game, and he...
Yeah, and so the way that I found my manufacturer is I actually Googled a lot of people, requested a lot of quotes, and I also went to conferences for supplements, and I got the vendors list and I started messaging everyone. And then eventually I was able to find someone really good.
By the way, guys, every single one of these steps will have another video going in depth on each step. So each one will have its own video, including this supplier one where we'll have a lot of good tips. So make sure to subscribe to follow along and watch these videos, and click on the bell to get notified when I post. And if you've been enjoying this video, hit the thumbs up. And Mina, what's the next step?
Step number 5 is the product even profitable? Should we start selling this product?
Yeah, so a lot of times you might find something with high demand and low competition, but you go to Alibaba, you get some pricings, you figure out how much it's going to cost you, and the margins are too slim. And don't forget that you still have to market this product and pay for ads. And then at the end of the day, you might end up with only like 5% of profit margins. That's not too good. We look for 40% and above profit margins, and then 100% and above return on investment.
So guys, by the way, we have an actual calculator for profitability in our playbook. If you want to get it, click below. There's a survey you fill out, and then you get that playbook when it's live. It has a full profitability calculator. We try to be around 45 to 50% before advertising, and then after advertising in the 20 to 25% range net profit. So, you know, all that you can just plug it in our calculator and it spits out what the profit is.
The other thing to consider is the lead time. So how much time is it going to take from you purchasing this product to it reaching Amazon and starting to get some sales? Because you can put in $10,000 today and not see any of it for the next 3 to 4 months, depending on your lead time. My old products, they take 2 months, a month to manufacture and a month to ship. This product I'm so excited about because what's our lead time?
Our lead time for the tin cans is about 8 weeks, but the actual production of the product is about a week. So as long as we put that down payment and investment into the cans, we did 5,000 cans for our first run, we can keep producing very quickly and we're not gonna be worried about running out of stock.
Yeah, because the supplement itself it takes 2 weeks to get it done and send it to Amazon.
Step number 6 is ordering samples and then choosing the best manufacturer.
Right, so you chose a manufacturer. It's crazy. I just talked to someone who ordered their products without even seeing their products ever. And don't ever do that. That's crazy. So order a bunch of samples, at least 3 to 4 from different suppliers, and then test them. We got this can, we got different types of cans as well. We like this one the most. Same for the supplement itself. We got a lot of different samples that we tasted over and over again until we found what's actually good.
You just want to make sure, guys, that when you get the sample, you assess the manufacturer for how good the quality of the products they're making are. If they make good products, then generally your product is also going to look good.
And assess how well they communicate with you and, you know, how good the business is going to be between the two of you.
They got to speak English. Step number 7, creating the branding for our product, which is what you see right here.
And how it started right here. So it starts very basic. And you do your research. You have to understand who your market is, who your target audience is. Thankfully, our target audience is me. So it's very easy to sell something to me because I know, hopefully I know who I am.
Basically, when we're creating the branding, we're looking at, okay, what does the images look like? What does the logo look like? What does this bottle speak to you? Does it look classy? Does it look like it's expensive? Does it look like it's for athletes or for older people or for, you know, people with medical problems? That's all in the branding. And so pretty much we went out, looked at the market, looked at what we liked and said, what speaks the most to us in terms of something that is like, you know, scientific, smart, you know, boost your brain. And we came up with this. You could say cogneuro as in cognitive, neurons in the brain. And that's how we came up with the branding.
But keep it simple. Keep it simple. Create a logo for your brand and then start designing the box itself and the colors and all that stuff.
So step 8 is to open an Amazon account, create a listing, a shell listing, and then get barcodes so you can send it to your manufacturer.
Yeah, so creating the account, you can do that at the beginning. You can do that now. But I honestly always recommend you to create an Amazon listing before you make the order from Alibaba. There's a lot of restrictions on Amazon, and sometimes you might not realize until you create the listing, and then Amazon goes like, hey, you can't sell this product. So just to be safe, I would create the listing as early as possible. I would even go as far as creating a shipping plan, which is basically telling Amazon, hey, I'm about to ship this product to you, to Amazon. Don't finish the shipping plan, just get to the last point and see if at any point they stop you. I've been stopped in the past and like required to submit a bunch of documents. It's better to know that before making a big order. Otherwise, you might order this and figure out that you can't sell it on Amazon.
The next part is creating the shell listing. Creating the shell listing is very simple. You just need an image and a title, some keywords in there. You create that shell listing just so you can get an FNSKU. What an FNSKU is, it's basically like a baby between your Amazon account and the UPC code. So once you buy the UPC codes, which is the barcodes, which go on the product, you create the listing, put the UPC code in, and you get your Amazon specific barcode. You want your manufacturer to put that, as you can see here, it's blank because this is just like a sample. You want your manufacturer to put the barcode here. So when it goes to Amazon, Amazon scans it and knows that this is your product and that it's going to your account. Because if it's just a regular UPC code, Amazon might confuse where this product is going to. But when it's an FNSKU account, it's an Amazon specific code for your product, for your account. Step 9 is to pay the 30% down payment from that manufacturer. It's not always 30%, but you know, it's generally around 30%.
Yeah.
Samar, how do we do that?
Most people, they pay a smaller portion at the beginning to get the production started. So you pay 30 to 40%. That means, all right, let's go. Let's get this produced and I'll pay you the rest of it once it's ready and once I've inspected it. And what we usually do is go to Alibaba and then pay it through there through something called trade assurance, because that's probably one of the safest ways, along with a payment provider such as Ping Pong Payments, which is one of our sponsors of this series. But you just want to be safe, and that's probably the best way to do it.
Step 10 is getting in touch with an inspector and booking an inspection. So why do we inspect our products, Samar?
So imagine ordering 1,000 of these, and then they get to Amazon without you checking them before sending them to Amazon. And then you get a bunch of sales, you're excited about making money, and then you get a bunch of reviews that say, hey, this was broken, the design doesn't even match what we...
This happened to me. This happened to me when I started.
What happened?
I messed up my inspection. I never inspected anything, and it got to Amazon and all of them were broken.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, the bags were broken.
So that's why we book an inspector, someone who doesn't work for the factory, obviously, someone else, a third-party agent. And then we tell them, hey, this is a long list of criteria. We're actually, the ones we're working with now, they go with a camera on their chest. Is that it?
Yeah, Mavli, they go with a camera on their chest. and they are paid very well, so they can't really be bribed by the factory. So, and it's a good company, and they're very trusted.
Yeah, so they send you back a report with videos, with photos, with a bunch of measurements and all that stuff, so you know exactly what's leaving the factory before going to Amazon.
Step 11 is creating a shipping plan and then contacting a freight forwarder to pick up the stuff from the manufacturer and send it to Amazon.
Right. So you first have to tell Amazon, hey, expect me to send you 5,000 units of these products. So for them to know exactly what's coming, you create something called a shipping plan, and then they give you a shipping label. You take that label, you send it to your manufacturer, and then they put it on the boxes. And then as soon as it gets to Amazon, they scan it and they know that this product goes exactly to this account. And usually the shipping is either done by you contacting the supplier and having them handle it, or even better, you contact what is called a freight forwarder.
So a freight forwarder pretty much is a middleman, right? They will book the truck from the factory to the port of China. They'll book a boat from the port of China to the port of USA, and then they'll book another truck from the port of USA to the Amazon warehouses. And instead of you having to go and physically book every single one of those, you just hire a freight forwarder, which is a middleman. They have connections, they know the boats, they know all of that stuff, and they book everything for you. And then they say, okay, just tell us where you need us to pick it up, where you need us to drop it off, and we'll get all the work done. And you just pay them a little bit of extra money, like maybe 10% more than you were going to pay if you did it yourself. And it's worth spending that extra money because they're experts and they know what they're doing.
So that's if you're shipping by sea, by ocean. The other alternative is if you're going to ship this by air. Most times I've used my supplier, or I've talked to my supplier to have him set it all up, and that's probably the easiest way. You could do it with a freight forwarder, but suppliers are usually pretty effective with that too.
So the 12th step is creating your listing images, and creating your listing copy.
All right, so now we have this little bottle on its way from China to the US. It's actually going to go to our supplement manufacturer so you can put the products in. But let's say it's about to go to Amazon. At this point, we are creating the listing. We already created the shell listing, but now we're really making it something super nice so that when customers see it, they're like, wow, I want to buy this. And the way to do that is have amazing photos, have amazing copy. And by copy, that means whatever you're reading, the copywriting, that needs to be very well done so that it sells the product to the customer. And to have amazing keywords, because like I said, this whole video, the way customers find your product on Amazon is by searching keywords. And if Amazon doesn't know to put you in front of these customers on these keywords, how are they going to find your product? So you have to make sure to figure out what all these keywords are and how to put them in their listing, where to put them, and how often to put them, because that all matters a lot.
And guys, take your time. Do not hire someone cheap from Fiverr just to do some images for you, or maybe create the whole listing for you, because it's not going to work out. Look at your competitors. Look at how good their listing is. You want your images to be as close to the best competitors out there as possible. Spend a little bit more money up front. It'll come back tenfold easily.
In fact, we're going to be testing that. We're going to hire someone from Fiverr and have them do our photos and our copy, and we'll see how it goes, and we'll show you on this channel. So make sure to subscribe, because I'm excited about this video.
Yeah, I know. It's going to be funny. So step 13 is launching.
So your product is probably almost at Amazon. This is almost at Amazon. People are ready to buy it. Now we have to make sure that customers find this product. Just because you put the keywords there doesn't mean that Amazon's going to show you in front of those keywords. You need to prove to Amazon that you are worthy of showing up on those keywords. And the way to do that is by launching. And the way that we usually do that, especially recently, is through a method called Search, Find, Buy. I have videos on Search, Find, Buy, but the main idea is you tell people to go buy your product by searching a specific keyword, finding your product on page 3, 4, or even maybe 10 sometimes, because that's where you start off, and then buying it at full price. Because the customer does that and skips over all these pages and chooses your product on that specific keyword, Amazon's going to say, oh, this product is worth more than all these products that they skipped, your competitors. So it's going to start pushing your product closer and closer to page 1. And the whole goal with Amazon is to have your product on page 1 of the most important keywords, because, like I said, customers are going to search through these keywords and they better find your product on page 1.
For as many keywords as possible, not just 1 or 2, as many as you can. We want to be on the first page.
Right, so that's the process for one keyword. You do it again for all these keywords that we talked about.
So now step 14 is PPC. So PPC pretty much is you paying Amazon, bidding for certain keywords for you to show up. It's very simple. You're going to go into your campaign manager and you're going to start creating campaigns. What campaigns are is basically you are telling Amazon, I have $100 a day to spend on certain keywords show me above the organic listings. So let's say, for example, I put in coffee alternative as a keyword and I say I want to bid $2. It goes into a bid, and whoever bids the most generally shows up the highest. Obviously, they have to be relevant and whatnot. But let's say that the highest person is bidding $2 and I bid $3. That means I'm willing to pay Amazon $3 for every single person that clicks on my ad. So this is a hack to pretty much get to page 1 or page 2 right away when you launch, because you're telling Amazon, I'm willing to pay for that position. And if anyone clicks on me, you can charge me money. And then the general idea is people will see you, they'll click on you. And because your product is better than everyone else's, they're going to buy your product. And that's where you'll start converting into sales.
That's another way of launching and ranking as well. So you don't only have to do the search, find, buy method. So that's what it looks like. And I'm sure you've seen it when shopping on Amazon. The top 2 or 3 positions, usually they say sponsored, and that's someone through PPC is bidding on those keywords.
Step 15, you got to keep pushing your keyword ranking and getting more reviews, as many reviews as you can.
Right, so that should be your priority. After you've done all these steps, now you're launched and you're selling, you have to really go hard on ranking on these keywords, ranking on all these important keywords so that you can get more and more organic sales. The more you rank, the less you have to pay, like Mina said, to be on page 1 with PPC, the more you'll profit. And then the more reviews you get, the easier it'll be to compete with everyone else, and the more proof you have for customers to be convinced that your product is an amazing product.
Just think about it. Whenever you're buying a product on Amazon, you usually look at how many reviews they have. They have a lot of reviews in the thousands, 4.5 or 5 star. You usually click on that listing. I know sometimes it seems overwhelming, thousands of reviews. How am I going to get that? But all you need is a system, and you'll slowly get the hang of it, and you get one review after the next, and eventually, as the years go by, you'll get thousands and thousands of reviews, just like everyone else.
And the real secret to getting good reviews is having a good product. And that's pretty much it. So at this point, you've launched a product from scratch. You got it selling on Amazon. And at this point, you really just have to keep pushing to get more and more sales and more reviews, and then move on to the next product. And that's our plan. After this product, we're going to have more and more flavors, more and more different kinds of coffee replacements.
And we're going to continuously improve the product, make it better. We're obviously going to get a lot of feedback from selling so many thousand products. And then, based on that, we're going to continuously improve the product, make it look nicer, make it feel nicer, maybe add some things to it, bundle it with some other things. And it's just always about launching more products and continuously improving and building a nice big brand like you see in the market.
Don't expect your initial listing to be the final one that you'll sell forever, because it's never going to look the same. You're always going to have to improve the photos and the copy. So it's fine to keep improving that. You'll just get to a point where everything goes well. If you want to follow along this series, go to thefbachallenge.com and you can check out our latest videos there and get all the resources, such as a playbook with every single step, a long checklist of every step that we're doing, along with videos for every single one of these steps.
And all of our resources are in there as well.
Yeah. If you enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up. If you want to see more, make sure to subscribe and click on the notification bell. And click right here if you want to see another video from the case study, or click here if you want to see just another video. So click here or here, and I'll see you guys there. Peace.